folks? It's me again. It's happening. See, as the title of the video, AI. It's happening pretty soon because we're not heeding to these warnings. They're going to start taking over. We've seen computers or whatever, I work in retail, and we're seeing, first thing we saw was instead of cashiers, company needs to cut hours, so they cut hours for the employees by cutting their hours and using the money instead of paying the employees to build self-checkout machines. And they keep cutting the hours of the employees because now they have self-checkout machines instead of actual employees. And now it's starting to, it already started. It started inching its way to the restaurants, fast food restaurants. Fortunately, COVID slowed down that process. I remember I was in a rush. I don't normally eat at McDonald's anymore, but I was in a rush and I went to McDonald's and they were forcing you to use the self-checkout, Now that slowed down after COVID, but still, we don't know if it's going to go back to that, And now there's videos where, I have a friend that he used to be my sparring partner for karate. He lost his job in karate. Let's just say the master showed his true colors, and so I had my problems with him, and now he saw what I was talking about 10 years later, after I had my problems with him, and so he started working landscaping, and now there is a machine. Just saw in a video yesterday of the machine mowing the lawn. Nobody operating it. It's just, over here, going back to retail, we have something called, and one of our competitions called Marty. It's, replacing a clerk. I normally stay away from Marty, but he's there to access a robot assisting customers. So there's sirens. Something happened. I apologize with that. Beyond my control. I don't edit videos, so it is what it is. It stays. Keeping it real. But that's what it is. And again, people, I don't understand how people are not. It's out there that conspiracy theories are real. So many conspiracy theories about COVID turned out to be true. And it's just people that refuse to get on board. And, whether you're Christian, whether you're New Age, whether you're a type of religion, but you awaken, I hate to say even QAnon, we all could agree that there are common threats like the New World Order and AI now. Or satanic rituals and all that stuff. We might disagree on stuff, but we agree on the common evil organization that controls things. So, how much stuff The Simpsons has predicted, and people are still not taking notice. Okay, one of the no, before I get to one of the predictions, that's the point of this is they predicted COVID, they predicted iPhone, they predicted video calls, you know, they predicted uh, Trump being president, Trump coming back to run for president. Um, they predicted hover cars. Yes, there's the Jetsons, but I've seen photos of the hover car, being tested. You know, uh, they even predicted the whole Greta Thunberg, whatever her name is, Mrs. Global Warming. You ruined my childhood. How dare you? They predicted that girl. You know, they even predicted a scene where Trump is, or I think it was Trump, is going down an escalator. Someone has a sign in the background, and the person drops the sign. It's even predicted that. Okay, one of the predictions also is robots and AI taking control and messing stuff up. We need to be aware. We need to be vigilant. We need us awaken people. We need to start getting in shape. You know, because there's already videos of AI robots in China doing waitress work. They're being waitresses, waiters, waitresses. They're already doing it. They're already seeing videos of um, AI practicing martial arts. There's videos of them fighting. Fighting a human fighting an AI. That's don't be fooled. That's a real fighter, but they replaced the fighter with a robot. So don't be fooled by that. But there's already a video of an AI practicing martial arts, shooting guns. Pretty soon they're gonna have the idea to program them to have a mind of their own, and that's when stuff's gonna break loose. And what about the New World Order and all that stuff? Well, they're gonna have a backup that they're not gonna share with us. You know, otherwise, this stuff probably wouldn't even be happening. Because remember, they control everything. Start getting into shape. Uh, you know, everyone talks about MMA. I recommend wrestling. Wrestling is over Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. It's not a popular thing, but you know, wrestling has more endurance. What I recommend is a traditional martial art and a conditioning or sport martial art. That way, you have the knowledge to end the fight, like a traditional self-defense martial art, like a karate or kung fu, and then you have a sport martial art, kickboxing or wrestling. So that if the fight does go the distance, you have the endurance. Guys, I have to go back to Dragon Ball Z. You know, what if the AI has unlimited stamina? That stamina, endurance stamina is going to have a huge factor. And it sounds silly to people, but Dragon Ball Z is probably more accurate than The Simpsons on this because out of all the futuristic stuff where AI takes over, Dragon Ball Z, the only thing I can think of is it started out as a respiratory virus. Remember, Trunks comes from the future. Respiratory virus that takes out Goku. Then artificial intelligence happens. What happened? 2019, over in China, COVID, and slowly was creeping up to the point where when 2020 hit, Kobe Bryant was killed. And while the headline of Kobe Bryant's accident was happening or was being shown, in the little corner they were talking about COVID, but we were too busy focusing on, oh my God, this famous basketball player was killed. And it was that same paper, it was, it was telling us about COVID. And we didn't listen, you know. So, respiratory virus, then AI, you know. Terminator. Uh, Pay attention to everything that's in the future, from the 80s standpoint into the future. Pay attention to all that. Because the whole, even zombie apocalypse, you know what I think the zombie apocalypse actually is? It's a reference to the over complication of the drug problems. Because when you see people that are on drugs, they look like zombies. They look heroin. They a lot of them looks like the life's being sucked out of them. It has been sucked out of them. And they say that's heroin. That's So we're seeing that, and the artificial intelligence. You know, go back and watch all those movies. I'll play all those video games that told the future because you know part of their game is before they do stuff, they have to show us what's going to happen before they do their thing. And perfect example is 9/11. Okay, 9/11. Tons of shows and movies had planes and skyscrapers. They show us before they actually do it, and you just can't. There's an Illuminati card game that predicted a lot of stuff. It's there shouldn't be a surprise anymore, but somehow it still is. It's because people refuse. You know, despite how many times conspiracy theories are right, they you got lucky, and then continue believing the mainstream. You know, they have some hypnotic power. It's another tip I'm going to give you guys is strengthen your subconscious mind. We want into your subconscious. We want to manifest. Affirm it right before you go to sleep. That's one of the most powerful things. Or go on the internet, look up binaural beats or subliminal message. And sleep. Get your headphones, go to sleep. That way, you're learning or adapting what you want, manifesting what you want as you sleep. So when you wake up, start doing this. I do this every night almost. If nothing, sorry, it was a bug. If nothing, if I don't kill my battery during the day, I'm doing this every night. I have a whole playlist, and I just hit it on shuffle, and for the 8 hours I'm sleeping, I'm preparing. Whether it's enhancing my third eye, enhancing my psychic abilities, aligning my chakras, healing my body, becoming a leader, so much stuff. It's crucial. And I don't know if you guys know this, but one of the Simpsons, the creator, he's a third degree Mason. So my roommate dated a Mason, and he told her a lot of stuff that was going to happen and actually happened. So, my experience, yes, you know, it's not just reading or watching video about it. Now I have someone that I live with telling me they did a Mason and this was going to happen, and it actually did. So it's the point where it should be common sense, but the masses does not want to doesn't want to go against what other people are doing because they're they don't want to be called crazy. They don't want to be called conspiracy theorists. And people are so afraid of what people think about them. You know, people that know me, you see my Facebook, I say I'm the ultimate free spirit. I admit I believe in lizard people, even the people that, you know, they think you're crazy. Fine, it's not the first time being called crazy. It's not, I used to backyard wrestle. You know, jump on. I used to jump on things and backflip off of it. So being called crazy is nothing new to me. You know, so don't be afraid to be who you are. And be who you are for yourself. Live for yourself. Don't do it, you know, so someone else will like you. You know. And another thing that 2020 did was with the whole thing with that guy blowing up the tower, the cell phone tower, and then it was revealed that he was doing it for the 5G towers, trying to destroy them, and then it was later revealed he believed in lizard people, similar New Age beliefs, that we were run by lizard people, which I do believe, because I'm clairvoyant. But then the whole thing with the Capitol happened. It was that Q shaman, you know, I predicted to my friend, it's like they're doing this to make spiritual people look crazy. So when people, look at spiritual people, they think we're crazy. And then it's a real gut check because the people that are really in this, they're really spiritual. You're going to see when shit hits the fan, and that if shit did hit the fan, you see who are the ones that are truly what they say they are. Right? This same friend I was predicting this stuff to, she turned out to be a poser. She had the leftist ideology, and turned out she was just trying to be spiritual. She had a crush on me. That's Then when she slowly revealed herself, when I found out that she was a leftist, which I don't know if you guys believe, if you guys deal with left woke people, they're very narcissistic. When it was revealed, she sort of went away. I had to cut her off. Um, so, and then part of her deal was because I wouldn't go out with her, but you see people that are spiritual, either they abandon it or they admit that they're spiritual, but they're doing it only around people that are also spiritual and new age because they're afraid of standing out. But in reality, people are afraid of those that stand out. It works both ways. So don't be afraid to stand out. Don't be afraid to be yourself. If they fear you, they call you crazy, so what? But anyways, totally driven off the subject. AI is here. Look for the signs. Prepare. If you can find a way, if you could find a way to stop them, do it. Highly recommend. Because I don't know. maybe so much more stuff that we saw in anime is probably real. Like in Dragon Ball Z, again, the little ladybug that was watching Goku's fights, collecting data, that's probably real too. You know, the robots, someone might be a robot collecting data on you. You never know. But anyways, I'm running out of time. Thank you for watching. Peace.